Hello dear traders, you are watching a weekly Linkup on InstaForex TV channel with me, Tahmina Salomova. In our program we discuss the ongoing situation on Forex and forecast for the moves of popular currency pairs. Technical analyst Petr Jakimovic will give us his expert advice. This week, traders were closely monitoring political developments which were mainly responsible for changes in currency pairs. The euro-dollar pair was very sensitive to political news, which created high volatility. Hi Petr, what trend do you foresee for the most popular currency pair in the short term?
Hello dear traders. I'm expecting lower price on the euro versus US dollar. Basically what I found is the price rejected from the supply trend line in the background, and there is a fake breakout of the 4-day high, which is another sign of weakness on this currency pair. Euro versus US dollar basically is trading in the trading range for days, even for a month. And the best advice in this situation is to try to trade inside of this trading range. And most recently, we got this successful rejection of supply trend line and a fake breakout of the 4-day high. So my advice to watch for selling opportunities in this currency pair, and downward targets are set the price of 1.2240. This is basically a swing low according to the daily time frame in the background. And I also found the second potential downward target around 1.2160. This is also a very qualitative supported swing low based on the previous price action according to the daily time frame. So again, watch for selling opportunities, and the first downward target is at the price of 1.2240.
The pound sterling has been more resilient to the geopolitical risks. The British pound found support from hawkish remarks by some officials from the Bank of England. They made declare that the next rate hike is likely on its way. From your viewpoint, when exactly will the bears enter the market of the pound-dollar pair?
On the British pound versus US dollar, there is a very interesting situation after the rate decision in the United Kingdom. Basically, what I found is there is a strong pin bar and the reversal uptrust bar according to a daily time frame, and this is actually a sign that there is a transfer in the money between the buyers and sellers. So right now the sellers basically are in control of this currency pair. I also found a fake breakout of 20-day high, and also the fake breakout of the previous day high, which is a sign basically that there is a weakness in the background. So my advice is up to watch for selling opportunities, and the downward targets are set the price of 1.4. This is also a round number, so pay attention to this level. And if you see the valid breakout of the 1.4 level, the next downward target will be set the price of 1.3900. So watch for selling opportunities in this currency pair, and with the first target at 1.4.
Let's discuss a trading instrument which has extended strength against the US dollar for 3 months in a row. I mean the Japanese yen. More and more traders prefer investing in this safe haven asset. Do you think the dollar-yen pair will follow the same trajectory next week?
On the USD versus Japanese yen, there is an interesting situation because there is a strong cluster, and this is a support cluster basically at around 107.50. And this support cluster basically became a resistance, and the price actually that level held quite successfully. So my advice is to watch for selling opportunities on the short-term perspective. I also basically played the downward channel, and I found that there is a rejection of the median trend line of this downward channel. So my advice is to watch for selling opportunities with a downward target at the price of 103.45. So watch for selling opportunities on this currency pair, and downward target 103.45.
Traders are unlikely to revive risk sentiment in the near future. This outlook is confirmed by the dynamic of the Australian dollar against the greenback. Petr, could you please share your forecast for the Australian versus American dollar pair?
On the Australian dollar versus US dollar, basically what I found is a series of the lower lows and lower highs, which basically suggests that sellers are in control on the short-term perspective on this currency pair. Basically, I have placed the Fibonacci expansion, the major one according to the daily time frame, and I found basically the next downward target, basically a very solid level. It's a Fibonacci expansion 100% at 0.7560. So my advice is basically to watch for selling opportunities on Australian versus US dollar, and to try to target 0.7560 in the short-term perspective. Again, there is a series of the lower lows and lower highs, and there is absolutely right now bearish momentum on this currency pair, so watch for selling opportunities.
Thank you, Peter, for your trading recommendations. See you next Friday. You have watched the weekly Linkup on InstaForex TV channel. This edition was presented by me, Tahmina Salomova, and Petar Ikimovic, a technical analyst of InstaForex office in Serbia. We wish you fat profits and a nice weekend.